Hey y'all. Boa tarde, boa noite.
Hey.
I'm pretty sure y'all can hear us.
Can they see us?
Can they see us? Yes.
I don't know.
I think so. I think you can see. I think you can hear. I pray that this hotel Wi-Fi holds up.
Yes.
Hey, I'm closing all the stuff so we don't lose y'all. But hey. I see y'all. It's my birthday eve. So my actual birthday is tomorrow, but my birthday eve is today. And
Yes,
we
it
are
is.
toasting.
Yes,
Cheers.
we are. Cheers.
Hey,
And
hey,
one
hey.
time for the birthday chick.
Mhm. So we are chilling. Want to say hi to y'all in the comments, and then tell me where you're watching us from. And then, hey, Jess was first in the chat. Thank you. I appreciate it. Harlem Minded. Hey, we got a birthday. 51. Yay. Thank you, Greta. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, 5 years of Blaxit Global. 5 years. Hey, Action BJ's in the chat. Hey, Kim. Hey. Hey, thank you, ABX girl. Hey. Maureen, hello. She flexing that French.
Yes.
Merci.
Right.
Because I'm a polyglot. Oh, hey, Kim. Thank you. Hey, Marguerite. How you doing? Hey, girl, hey. Hey, Patricia. How you doing? Oh, in the ATL. What's the temperature over there? Because I'm gonna tell you,
It's been warm.
It's been toasty over here where we're at. We're gonna tell you in a minute.
Right.
Heat wave. Yeah, I heard about the heat wave. I have a friend in Jersey, and he was sending me messages, and it was like 104 one day, and then his power went out for like 9 hours. Crazy. And then the next day it was 107. I was like, what?
Wow.
I was like, please. Yes. Hey, how you doing, Renee? Hey. Hey, Patricia. How you doing? Oh, dropping knowledge bombs. Thank you. All right, tuning in from Cali. Cali's in the house. Oops, I scrolled too fast. Hey, Kaisha. How you doing? Thank you. Oh, Germany. Hey. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, I think you know who that is.
I do. Hey, Mel Bear. I miss you.
I'm taking good care of your wife.
Yes.
Oh my God. It's warm in Lisbon. Thank you. I'm
amazing.
like, it's crazy that it's been a year since my birthday party. That's like,
Time flies when you're having fun.
Hey. Oh, look. Rome and Torino. I mean, well, yeah, I'll give a clue. Where we are in the world, we're close to Italy. We're not in Italy, but we're close to it.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody will guess where we are. Hey, Jean.
With your friend.
Exactly.
Being spoiled, rotten.
She got a new toy and everything.
You guys have in common.
Bailey done got a new toy. Bailey leapt out of the house.
Yes, she did.
Was at the elevator like, oh, why
the
elevator taking so long? I'm ready to go.
Absolutely.
Bye. Birthday girl.
Bailey got a life.
Bailey, she don't need me. Thank you. Hey, yes, thank you. Hey, from Vegas. Hey, that's right. Yeah. Hanging in there, girl. Hang in there. Yeah, I see some passport members. Show about nothing. Aw, thank you. How you doing? Hey, thank you. Yeah. Hey, and tell your husband, look, I got an Apple Watch.
Right. I don't think he want to watch his shows on that.
If you know, you know.
Right.
Oh my gosh. 91. That is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Atlanta for sure.
Yeah. It's been in the 90s. Well, it was 90 where we are. Yes, thank you. Yes, tomorrow morning when I wake up from where I am today, it will officially be my birthday, June 27th. But since I go live on Thursdays, I was like, hey, why can't we kick it up and have a birthday party and celebrate 5 years of Blaxit Global? So we're going to talk about my birthday. We're going to talk about moving abroad, obviously. And there's been like new news in Portugal, which I think some people are curious about. So we're going to talk about these things. We're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate freedom, liberation, choosing yourself. Yeah, so that's what we're going to talk about today. Hey, Maria, thank you. Thank you. And hopefully y'all have seen I released finally 1 year later my birthday video. So last year for my 50th, I had a yacht party. Oh yeah, that's another clue. Where we are in the world is known for yachts.
Big boats.
I've
kept her from trespassing. It's been hard though.
Yacht is porn. I'm sorry. Hopefully y'all ain't offended, but it's okay.
I'm gonna take her on the water. Hopefully that'll, kick the edge.
Like literally, I've seen so many yachts. Like we were walking down Promenade.
Yeah.
And it was yacht after yacht after yacht after
Yachts
yacht.
For sale.
It was yacht o'clock.
Yes.
I was happy. I was in my element. So that's another clue as to where we are in the world.
You're having a good time.
Yes, yes. Hey, Greta's tuning in from Baltimore. Hey. France. No, we are not in France. We are not in France. Good guess, though. Thank you. Oh, yay. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in and rocking with us. I just finished season 7 of the podcast. I can't believe it's 7 seasons of the podcast. 80 episodes, 79, 80 episodes. We done found Black people everywhere. Everywhere.
Amazing.
Okay.
We're out here.
So yeah, we're gonna talk about that. And let's see. Patricia said Greece. Ooh, you close. Because the original plan was where we are and Greece. But it wound up just being where we are. But that's a great guess. It almost was. And it's not terribly far from where we are. I mean, you'd have to fly, but it's not terribly far. Thank you. Because we could go all everywhere we want in the world. We free. Newsflash.
Period.
Period. Hey, Yakota. Hey. Hey, how you doing? Thank you.
Hey, Bangkok.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Hey, Octavia. I know we were both in Bangkok.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Not together. But we were both yeah. I was in February and you were December or November?
December.
Yep.
End of November. Yeah.
Yes. Hey, thank you, Greta. And the Howards are to thank for the video. The Howards did their thing.
Mostly my vision and my husband's work.
Yes.
So he does amazing.
Team effort.
Yes.
And I'm very grateful. So you guys got a glimpse of last year's epic, if I do say so myself, yacht party.
Yep.
And why? Because I love yachts. And we are in the 2020s. And one of my favorite periods in Black American history is the Harlem Renaissance. And I don't even know what happened. I used to have this really nice table book with Harlem Renaissance art. And then in this book that I read years ago when I was in college, Color Struck by Benita Porter, and it takes place during the Harlem Renaissance. And so I was thinking about my birthday last year. I was like, okay, I'm turning half a century. And I'm like, oh, what's my theme? And then I'm like, oh, the 1920s, the 2020s, we're coming into our Renaissance, right? Where Black Americans, a lot. I mean, I talk to people all over the world, right? Regardless of nationality. But for many of us, we are awakening to other options where America isn't the end all be all, that we're choosing freedom, we're choosing liberation, we're choosing rest and rejuvenation in different parts of the world. And so it's like, oh, you know what? Harlem Renaissance is going to be the theme.
It's a great theme. Awesome party.
And everyone executed well. So when you look at the pictures, when you look at the videos, it was just a celebration of joy. But, I go deep. Some of y'all know. So that was why the theme was the way it was. And, shameless plug, we're going to be on the same yacht. So for those of you who are interested, as I'm sure you are now that you've seen the video, it is the exact same yacht for my birthday, right? We're doing it again. And it's going to be October 23rd for Blaxit Global's 5-year anniversary. And we are going to have wine tasting, Portugal wines. So we have wine tasting, some light bites. And then for those of you who paid attention when I sent out the email about the Exodus Summit meetup, because Stephanie Perry and Rashida Dow are going to be here on the 24th of October. That event, like I said, is sold out. Some of you have reached out about a wait list. I have started to assemble with those that reached out. If someone cancels, I will gladly reach out to you. But as of right now, that one is at capacity. But we still have plenty of room on the yacht. So you can, because you're going to be there.
I'm going to be there.
You're going to be there. Action BJ going to be there.
We got to celebrate our girl. 5 years.
Yes.
Global.
So she said, Monaco. Yeah, I was in Monaco last month with Maureen, who's in the chat.
Last month is stretching it. A couple weeks ago.
That is correct. It was like 3 weeks ago. Right. I did Amsterdam because I was live with Maureen. Then we flew to Nice, and then we took a train and went to Ez. And went to a beach club which had yachts.
Of course.
And so I'm like, what? So as I'm eating, all these yachts are coming in. And then we got on the train for like 15 minutes. And we had dinner in Monaco, and it was Grand Prix weekend. So, of course, more yachts. And an amazing dinner at a wonderful restaurant with an amazing chef. And it's like, I'm telling you, ooh, that black man threw down. Michelin star, 2-star. Oh my goodness, that was amazing. And speaking of Michelins, we'll get to that in a bit. But just got it right, Croatia. We are in Croatia. Split. Yep. And we were in Switzerland yesterday. Oh, I thought that fell. Oh, it is moving though. I was like, I wasn't imagining things. We were in Switzerland yesterday.
Got to do a train through Switzerland. Man, it's just amazing from the airplane.
Oh, we saw the Swiss Alps.
Stunning.
I will post it to IG. The Swiss Alps were amazing. It was like we looked out the window. It's like, oh snap! Is that a snow-capped mountain? Is that a lake? It was phenomenal. So with that made this trip actually made country 25 for me, and country 7 this year. Right, so 6 months. Yeah, 7th country in 6 months. It is amazing. Great guesses. Y'all had some good guesses. I'm telling you, Greece was originally part of the plan. Hey, yeah. No, Greta, I'm not in Albany. My kids was born there, but I was not. I'm not in Albany. You know, right? Is she coming back? Is she coming back to the capital region?
Wow.
No. Yeah. Who knows? My old news director, he has come into the comments when I've been live, my old news director. So who knows? He might be watching. But yeah, no, I'm not there. Spain, that would be a good guess. Yes, yes. I know. There's so many yachts. I mean, it's sick how many yachts are here. It is sick. Thank you. Yeah. We stay in these international streets, but I be in these international streets, but somebody else be really in these international streets. I mean, y'all might remember when Tadassi was on the channel, maybe a year ago, maybe a little bit more than a year.
Yeah, a little bit more than a year.
But you nomaded as a family for a year.
Yeah,
before moving to Portugal.
That's amazing. My son,
Yeah, it's amazing. Y'all, I'm telling you. Oh, yay.
A lot of places to see. Beautiful world.
Great guesses. Yes, Istanbul is on my list, actually.
Mine too. I've already had a layover there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It is on my list. South of France. That was 3 weeks ago. Yeah. So, yes, I was
4
there.
days ago for me.
Hey, I was about to say. Notice I said 3 weeks ago. She said 4 days ago. You were in the south of France. Oh, yes. And who did you see in the south of France?
A bunch of people. Bunch of people. No, they had a really good it was like, I guess, this whole big social media type of convention or something. So got to see, I went to a talk with Issa Rae. That was good.
It's like Tadassi here, Issa Rae here.
Yeah. It was intimate, a private event, and it was nice. Yeah.
And you saw
it was beautiful weather down there.
You saw somebody else?
I saw Serena's husband.
Yes.
Look, I'm a wife. I'm calling him by his wife, Serena's husband.
Yeah. I was like, Alexis Ohanian?
Yes. Yeah. Really sweet guy. He held conversations. He mingled in the crowd. Wonderful. Yeah. He was really. It was nice to meet him. Yep.
Yeah. I'm like, now this one.
That was all by accident. I planned that trip about a year ago. And it just happened to be the week of that. It was some things going on, but it was a lovely time. A great time.
Yeah. Thank you. And everybody, y'all can see the footage executed well. The theme, though, for the yacht party for Blaxit Global, I like a good theme, is Black joy.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a celebration of, like I said, joy, freedom,
celebrating each other.
We're going to be doing some line dancing.
Yes, boots on the ground. Y'all ready?
Oh, we looked at some fans today.
Yes, we did. They weren't popping though.
No.
I don't know where the fans was at. They weren't popping.
They weren't. I was like,
they were cute. They were pretty.
I got time, y'all. I got time to learn. Thank you, Geraldine. Thank you, Richard. Hey, Denica's in the house. How are you? Nia said, my scouting trip to Italy last month was amazing.
Congratulations.
Oh, wow. In Sicily. Okay. Excellent. You're welcome. We were just talking about Sicily a little while ago. That's so funny. Yeah, we were just talking about Sicily. That is so funny. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about your birthday yacht party. We talked about that party for about 9 months. It was just
the mosquitoes are mosquitoing
in here. We're trying to kill one.
Because it bit me on the head.
Yeah, not the birthday girl.
Yeah, right before the live, we were sitting outside, and you see this? Y'all can see it in the light. It's like whoop.
That's why we're not outside anymore.
Yeah, we were going into it outside. And then I was like, I got a lump on my head. So I'm going to take pictures tomorrow on my birthday with a big old little lump on my head. Thank you to the little mosquito. Oh, yes, yes. Oh, yeah, thank you. It's crazy to think a year went by.
Super fast.
Yeah, yeah. We're in Split, but we actually talked about today going to a bar.
We're gonna go on the water on Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, yeah.
And that was one of the places that's in the that's one of the stops.
Yeah, and yes, it is beautiful.
It is.
And today we spent time in the
Old Town Historic Center.
Mm-hmm. And when I say Old Town,
ancient,
because
a lot of history.
The history, and I didn't realize how old. I got a hint. Is tomorrow we have my birthday dinner. It's at a beautiful Michelin star restaurant on the marinas because, of course, I gotta eat and see yachts. So, like when Maureen and I were in Monaco, we had to view the yachts, right? So I was like, oh, my birthday, I gotta see yachts. And it is, and today we went down by the Old Town and went in this tour, and it was some of the structure we was in dated back to the Middle Ages.
Yeah, like what do we see? 305?
30, yeah. And I got a hint when the restaurant had a tour, and they said, oh, we have a tour that then pairs with the dinner. And it was talking about the ancient civilization and the king coronation, and that could be part of the meal experience. And I was like, he said, oh, yeah, this is a 1,000-year anniversary of the city. And I was like, 1,000 years? And then we go into the structure today, which is gigantic.
And stunning, beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. But the thing says, oh, in 305 AD, what? 305 AD?
And we were in the basement, and that just everything was meticulous.
Yeah,
and
it was crazy.
Just we were like, well, what about the masonry? Like,
I was like
we're reading all the signs, trying to understand, because I'm like, okay, the rest of the building is built on here. We're underneath.
Yeah.
And it's massive, but the history is just, I mean, it's you can't take it all in. Like we did a lot. We did all of the underground, and there's still the cathedral and all of that we didn't even get to.
And they're still excavating.
Yes.
Because as you can imagine, building a structure that's that old and it has debris from, different events, right? That can happen over thousands of years, earthquakes, all different things. So there's areas where they're still excavating. And you could see the debris up to the ceiling and, areas that are roped off, but they have to be meticulous because, they're unearthing all these things. I love stuff like that because it puts a lot of things in life in perspective because we realize that our time on this earth is finite and so like a snippet. I'm turning 51. I was in the thing that dated back to the Middle Ages. Like I'm a blip in time. So it was so symbolic, like to live your life. This is it. You have this one shot to make your dreams a reality. I wanted to move abroad since I was a little girl. I didn't make that dream a reality until I was 49. I took my first solo trip to New Zealand in 2017. I decided to move abroad, and then it happened in 2023. And that's why I did that video. Like, if you're on a longer timeline, I got you. I get it, right? Everybody is on a different timeline. But there are so many episodes of the Blaxit Global podcast. So many times I come on here and give you, nuggets of information in the lives is to keep you inspired, to keep you informed. I see our Blaxit Global Passport members here in the chat. Love y'all. And our YouTube channel members, love you for all your support. Some of you have been rocking with me for 5 years when I was recording the podcast in my closet. To now, we've been featured in the New York Times, Huffington Post, Bloomberg, Ebony, Reuters, Slate France. Now I'm doing European Circuit, TRT Roundtable, InStyle magazine. The list goes on and on, right? But it's humbling, right, to have an idea, to give birth to an idea when literally everything was on fire. We were in the midst of a global pandemic. I knew my Blaxit was in 2023, but I felt closed in. Then all of the, I still talk about it, right? The murders of Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, we can't forget their names, right? Because for so many of us, that year was a catalyst for us to open the aperture, to think about possibilities. Some people have made the journey during that time, like myself, you all as well. Others that was when the light came on and you are working your path and you're actively working. And that's great. And we've had passport members. When I moved to Portugal, it was 12 of us in Blaxit Global Passport that moved. And since then, we've welcomed, I think now 25 people to Portugal. And then other countries like Vietnam, Spain, and others. It's been so phenomenal to see what the impact is, and also to serve as an inspiration. Like, if there's something on your heart, a calling on your heart, don't be the one that puts limits on it, right? If I had listened to my old self, I would have been like, oh, I can't. But I was like, oh, the world's on fire. We might die in this pandemic. I ain't got nothing to lose. Right?
Good. It's like
fear was gone, right? And so
now or never.
Yeah. What would you do if fear was not an option and success was guaranteed? What would you do? Right? And so sometimes you have to talk yourself into things. Thank you, Renee. Yeah, see, I've been dropping little hints. I was. I know we're so close to Italy, which is also amazing, like being in Europe, and that it only took us we had a layover, but it took us 5?
Short flight. What do we have? A 2-hour flight and then an hour and 50 minutes?
Yeah.
And that's hour 50 minutes.
Yeah, it was quick. We were on a propeller. I've never been on a propeller plane. Croatia Airlines.
Right. Well, we had never heard of. Remember, we had never heard of Croatia Airlines.
Let us spray.
That was cool.
Tadassi was like, we on a propeller. And I'm looking out the window. I was like, I wasn't paying attention.
Like, this is different. They can't retire the pilot. No one else probably knows how to fly the thing.
That bad boy was like, wing, 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 wing. And I'm like, we flying over the Swiss Alps in a propeller plane. That's crazy. But we did it. We made it. Wait. I see you. I got my Apple Watch. I see you. Hey. Yeah, gladly.
Yes.
You know, he's
and that's why you love him.
Exactly.
That's why you love him. Amazing.
Exactly.
Not insecure. Yeah, he's a really cool guy.
Yeah, thank you. The weather in October in Portugal is still pretty warm.
Yeah.
I would say 75 to 80s.
Like 80s.
Yeah, 80s, I would say. It's 90 here. It's a nice toasted.
Yeah, it's nice and toasty.
Yeah. Look. See, Andrea knows. Andrea's going to be at the yacht party. Yes. Jean's going to be at the yacht party. Victor's going to be at the yacht party. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she travels some too. Yeah. We couldn't kidnap her to come here because she on a break.
Oh, that's another one that be in these streets.
Yes, she be in them international streets. And that's right. Andrea, yes. So Maureen is in the chat, and Andrea's in the chat, and Jean's in the chat. You know, because my friends go places and then they see each other. I'm like, oh my gosh, so funny. Hey, there's Broham.
Hey, Damone. It's good. It's good.
It's good.
Oh, look.
Having a great time.
Tell them about the food today.
The food's amazing. Oh, you would have loved it. We went to an amazing plant-based place, and it was an experience. Everything was plated beautifully. The food was delicious. We couldn't even finish it, really. We wanted to, though. But yeah, the food, the choice. We've had here a lot of choice, right? Just a lot of different options. But yeah, great.
Yeah. Yeah, and Montenegro isn't far country-wise. I looked
no, it isn't far at all.
It said a couple hours drive. So yeah, the food here has been great. People have been, great, polite.
Yes.
They're always intrigued when they say, "Oh, you're in Portugal." Remember the guy from upstairs from the bar?
Yeah,
and he was like, "Oh my God." He's from the Philippines.
Yes.
He's from the
Philippines.
Now
he says it every time
he sees us. He's like, "Oh my God."
He's like, "Oh my God."
It's so cute. It's so cute. Thank you. Twin Mama Denise is in the house. Oh my gosh. Hey, Shamika. So Shamika and I went to middle school together.
That's love. Yes. Shamika. That's love.
Hey, girl. Hey. Yes, we went to middle school. Yeah, 5th grade to 8th grade. Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. All the birthday love. Hey. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I love all the birthday well wishes. Yeah. Thank you, Daphne. Yes, thank you. Ebony's Fathomless Realm. Okay. Yes, I want to make sure I gave this time to breathe. Thank you. Winnie B is in the house. Thank you.
Birthday queen.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah. On the yacht? Yes, we were. We were on the yacht. Yes. Thank you.
We didn't know.
It was loud. It was like
they knew you would be mesmerized by your view. They knew, and they knew the flight was so quick. But we didn't know.
And the funny thing was, remember that guy we met before we got on the plane?
Yeah,
and he was very kind. Because he was supposed to sit next to me.
I asked him, did he need? Was he good?
And because he got on the bus.
Yeah. He's like, I got enough room, and then he happened people are kind in the world. You find that, especially traveling a lot. But at any rate, we were nice to a guy getting on a shuttle bus, and then he ended up being Krishan's seatmate, but he knew we were together. And he's like, you guys want to sit together? Which worked out because he ended up in a row all by himself. And we ended up sitting next to each other on the propeller plane. Because I'm like, I don't know if I'd have been as comfortable on the propeller plane with you a couple rows back. Right. No, I just realized I didn't tell Melvin I was on the propeller plane.
You told him now.
I just told him. I was going to wait until we got back. Yeah. It was good, though. It was good.
Yeah, it's got good Wi-Fi.
We made it. Yeah, but if you're going to the Lisbon airport and you need to drop a bag, like some people traveling for 4 nights do,
I may have overpacked.
You need to get there early because it's tourist season, and these lines are like 2 hours long to drop your bag.
We got there, and I live very close to the airport. We got there, and I was like, "Oh yeah, we good." And that line was long. But T worked her magic, and she was like,
hey.
the melanin is strong in Lisbon." And so the melanated warrior, the Wakandan warriors
catch more bees
at the Lisbon airport were like,
I was like,
come on, sister.
I said, we're not going to make our flight.
We were not going to make that flight.
And they're like, but everybody's in line. I'm like, but it's my friend's birthday.
She didn't have a bag to check. Somebody overpacked.
I didn't have a bag to check, right.
So she had a bag to check. And I was like,
we thought we were going to be doing this birthday live.
And Yeah, it almost did,
It
because
looked like
I was
it.
like, oh, there's no way we're gonna make
We're
it
gonna
through this
make it.
line,
Yeah.
through security, and make the plane.
We did.
And
We made it.
the Wakandan
I
warriors
was like, get in
came
line.
out. They were like, sister, we got you.
Yes, they were. They were. And they didn't want any credit. It was so crowded. They just wanted us to get on our way. Go on, make your plane. Like, we were profusely thanking them. And they're like, okay, bye.
Flight crew. Yeah, everybody, security, they was like, yo, happy birthday.
Go. You got your bags in here, just get on out of here.
They was like, go. Go celebrate, girl.
Yeah, have fun.
Yes, yeah, good Wi-Fi here. Ooh, 100 degrees in Philly. Ooh, I don't eat steak. But I do plan on eating lobster tomorrow. Yes, you do. And we've been drinking.
Yes.
Champagne. We've been drinking wine.
We had a Mai Tai yesterday.
Yes. And
we had a mimosa with our breakfast.
Yes. And we're right on the beach. We're right on the beach. Amazing view. And had it been a little earlier, you guys would have caught some of that. But I have some footage. Yeah.
Beautiful sunsets.
Lots of palm trees. Yes. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you. Igami's here. Thank you. Tiffany.
Oh,
thank you. Tiffany. Yes, I get. Thank you. I know. We are. We're giddy. We're giddy. I know. I could have fit. And then the funny thing is, I have a dress. So the outfit I'm wearing now is one that I had made in Vietnam in February. And then I have a couple pieces I still haven't worn. I had a dress, which I'm wearing for my birthday tomorrow, and then a caftan, which I'm debating whether I'm going to wear, or if I'm going to probably save it for the yacht party or one of the parties in October. Anyway, I was like, oh, I have my sneakers. Maybe I'll do some walking. And we're like packing, and you had spent the night. And then I was like, oh, you know what? Probably not going to do that. Let me take the sneakers out. Don't you know I didn't take the sneakers out? I took the shoes that go with the dress out.
You went through this whole thing about you're probably not going to see these shoes again.
Because I only wore them last year for my birthday because they're heels. And I don't wear heels anymore. I'm tired. I don't do that.
We don't need the sneakers. I'll just bring the heels just for my birthday.
Yes. But, I love a good fall down video. And some of y'all are real good on Instagram. Y'all send me fall down videos. I appreciate it. And
you have an obsession with fall down videos. Some of these people look like they shouldn't have. I'm like, is he still alive? Like,
I do. I have an obsession. I think it was God intervened, and it was like maybe if you had brought the shoes, you would have been one of them fall down videos on your birthday.
You found some shoes.
I did. I bought shoes today.
Several options too.
We passed this store on the way to. I think where were we going? To the restaurant.
We were going.
We were going to the restaurant, and I was like, "Oh, they look like they got some shoes for the big feet," because I got big feet. And I cannot find shoes in Portugal because they are not as tall. And so therefore their feet are not as long. And so when I go to other countries where there might be taller people, I look. So Amsterdam was interesting. And I was like, oh, they've got tall men. But them ladies, the feet stop at a European size 41. I am a European size 42, apparently. And so we walked in, I was like, oh, Carrie 42. I'm like, let's start the conversation there. Because if you tell me no, I can keep it moving. She's like, oh, we've got several. Almost everything here.
All of them.
All of them.
All the options came in 42.
I was like, what? So mama got a pair of shoes. Was not playing.
So you ain't need them heels.
See? No. Croatia's been good to me. Yeah, it was a good choice.
These it was a French company.
Yeah. And it was amazing.
So comfortable.
Great shoe brand. And because when I found shoes before, it was in Italy. So I was like, okay, you know what? I live in Europe. It's 2 hours to Italy, 4.5 over here. I don't mind getting on a plane and getting a pair of shoes or whatever I got to get, wrap it around a trip, because the flights are pretty reasonable. Yeah. And they're short. And so I was like, okay. so be it. So now I got to add Croatia to the list of places where I can get shoes.
Yes.
And Croatia has been on my list of places to visit. It was funny because you were going to get the wine, and I found my 2025 travel list that I made, I guess, last year. About halfway through the countries that I had planned, but I'm not, and Croatia was on the list.
There. Okay.
Croatia was on the list, and I'd say
you said if we didn't do it longer, that you knew you wanted Croatia.
Yeah, if I had to cut something, it was going to be Greece because I did Greece in 2019. Yeah. But this time I wanted to do Corfu, and then it didn't happen, and I was like, okay, if I have to cut something, it's going to be Croatia. I mean, it's going to be Greece because I have not been to Croatia. Yeah, and I'm like, beautiful. Croatia did not disappoint. Yeah. So for all you Game of Thrones fans,
oh my,
they have a Game of Thrones museum. Yeah, we passed by that. Dubrovnik,
and I think it's this like bridge kind of walkway thing. We didn't go on there. Yeah, and it's pretty long. Yeah, and that's from Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay. I didn't watch the show.
I'm saying walkway, but of course it's huge. It's a wall.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
So I know a lot of fans come here to do that specifically.
Iceland is big as well because I think they filmed quite a bit of it in Iceland.
Yeah. Well, looking at Andreas porn. Look, I can't wait to go to Iceland.
I'm not the only one. Jess, thank you, Jess. No shame. She likes to fall up the stairs videos. Yeah. Wait,
Sean likes the one where someone's going in the garage and it looks like they got decapitated or something. Like it's just they look brutal.
No, some of them are too harsh, and I'm like, oh, because it has to be funny.
Like it doesn't.
Yeah. It has to be funny. It has to be like, oh, the surprise, but it can't be like, died. Because I like to think they all survived.
They did, but
I like to think
not without scars, not without emotional scars, physical scars.
It's like America's Funniest Home Videos, as far as I'm concerned, on my phone. Yeah, thank you, extreme version. It is a little extreme. Thank you, Yoga Blessings. Hey, Kimmy. Yo, so you would love it. You would love it. I'm telling you, Iceland, they had Game of Thrones stuff. And also here is big. And then for the Lord of the Rings fans, of course, New Zealand. Yeah. New Zealand. But it's been great. Let's see. What I wanted to also share. So it's about the Yacht Party. So some of you have been, like I said, rocking with Blaxit Global for a long time. Let me know what episode or episodes were your favorite. You might not remember the guest name. Maybe you remember the country. I'd be interested in hearing that because, like I said, 79, 80 episodes. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, let me know. Let me know what episodes resonated with you. Let me got you thinking about this life. Hey, Anya. Anya's going to be coming. Anya, I did get your email, but I've been celebrating. But I am going to respond. I promise. By this weekend, this Sunday, if you can wait that long. But yeah, thank you. Anya's coming to Noire.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll see you, girl. In October.
Hey, Tracy. Tracy was on the Blaxit Global podcast this season. Yes, she was. Yes. Yes. Michael, who's in Spain. Yes, Michael Ashanti. He is in Spain.
Yes, and he had a two-parter, right? Because he was on that. Yeah,
that was the longest episode, and I was like, it had to be.
The information was good, and then just everything they've done with the businesses and the pet store, and that was one of my favorite ones too.
And he just did a concert in France. I think it was a week. Actually, you were in France at the same time. I don't know what part he was in, but he did a gospel, performance. And it was Yeah, I forgot to mention it to you. Yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh, like he sings too.
And I can see that. Right. I can see that. I'm like, I'm not surprised.
I was like, what?
At all.
Yeah, because, and it was so funny because, Michael and I are connected. So sometimes I saw he had an image of him like on an album cover. But I thought, how sometimes, especially like with AI, I was like, oh, it could have been like remember glamour shots back in the day? I was like, oh, it could have been, that man can sing. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I can too in the shower.
I cannot. When I tell you this is the smallest bag,
look,
I was like, oh, there's no way you got enough stuff in there.
And then I had what? I had everything in there. And she's like, oh, okay, you're good.
It was like
get
Tetris.
your stuff in a small bag.
Tetris.
Because do we want the birthday girl's dress to be lost?
No. Tetris.
So we were like, and after all that drama at the airport, we were like, please, we were like, is it going to go the whole way? Because we had a quick layover.
Oh, yeah. Because they had to like they didn't have to make a tag, but the tag machines weren't working. So I couldn't tag the bag. Then they put the tag on the wrong side. So the machine couldn't read it. It was everything.
And communication was like straightforward. Like we're like, is it going to make it all the way? Mm-hmm. There's no reassurance in the face. Mm-hmm. They're like, all the way. It's gonna make it all the way. Like, but they're not giving like, I can't give you what you need, lady. I told you that's it. Mm-hmm. So we, it got here and everything. But if we just had a little carry-on, and I was able to use my son's carry-on, and mine's is bigger.
I needed more options. I wasn't sure.
I get that.
I knew what I was going to wear on my birthday. But then I was like, well, we might, do something and then take a nap, go out to dinner. Then I need to change clothes for dinner. I overpacked. I can, accept that. And then, forgot my shoes. It's okay. It's okay.
That's what I was going to say. And left the essentials.
And the lotion.
Right.
It's okay. It's okay.
We got here. That's good. We're gonna work on it.
Yeah,
we gotta work on it.
It's okay. Oh, thank you, Anya. Thank you. Look, Maureen was also on the episode of the season.
She said mine's.
Yes, that's her favorite.
Yeah.
Yes. And Rory. Yes, Rory was also on this season. Really good. Yes.
I think I like Natalie.
Yes, Natalie, who's in Lorena. Yes, y'all. Whenever I have,
a couple times,
she's been on the channel because when Natalie comes on, we do Blaxit Global After Dark because we talk adult conversations.
She's a lady.
She's a lady. So the hot goddess.
Yes.
So yes, well, Natalie's over there. Oh, but Maureen's friend. We talked about it actually when we were in Amsterdam. Maureen's friend, we had dinner one night. We got to do a Blaxit Global After Dark with Maureen's friend in Amsterdam. Okay. I was like, ooh, if I had pearls, I'd clutch them. I was like, we might have to have a little after dark. He got me. Oh, Money Coach Malika, yes. And I need to have her back on the channel.
That's a good one too.
Yes.
She always has some gems.
Yes, June and Penny. Yes.
Well, those are mine.
I know they are our faves. Yes. Oh, great episodes. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Hey, Tadassi. Oh, every episode you heard. Thank you. Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. It gives me fuel to keep producing it, right? So I produce the podcast, I record the podcast, I edit the podcast, I get the podcast out. It's like a one-woman show. So I'm very grateful when I get this type of feedback, when you guys tell me what episodes you like. And please, if you haven't already done so, go on your favorite listening platform, whether it be Spotify or Apple, and leave a rating and a review of the podcast, preferably 5 stars, because it helps other people find our content. And it gives me, and I read all of the reviews, it helps me get inspired to produce more. And also when I hear like countries that you're interested in, that helps me think about what guests I would want to bring on the show. So it's definitely something that I pay attention to because, it's something that's for you guys. Let's see.
And can I just say,
of course,
I am super excited to see this love for you.
Aww,
I am so excited because she deserves it. I know, and a lot of you, some of you have known her longer than I have, but she's just amazingly thoughtful with the content that she puts out, with her interaction with guests, with her loyalty to guests in their journey, and her Blaxit Global members, and following up and keeping just being authentic with them, keeping in touch, telling them when she's in town. And we're better together. And I just think something like this, a forum where someone is like, hey, this is something I want to do. Let me start this, in my closet, and just so that I can motivate myself to do it, and then get all of this amazing love from you guys. And just, almost every time I'm talking to her or texting with her, she's making sure that she's following up with someone else who was a member. So we appreciate you. We love you. We love your genuine kindness and just thoughtfulness. I mean, just for even personal matters, even with me, like, we've had our relationship has grown, and we have intimate conversations about things, but it's just the little things, like she'll text me out of the blue just to make sure I took my iron pill because I'm anemic. And like, and I haven't taken it. And it's like, if I don't respond, she's like, oh, so you didn't take it? Like, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take it right now, so I know it's a business that she's running as well. And I think she does do it well with her brand. That's my, personal opinion. And I'm sure you will all agree that celebrating with her, but she cares a lot about the community, about just at large. And you don't always get that in a business. So I'm happy to see that. You're welcome. You're very welcome.
Yeah. I appreciate that. Thank you. Very lovely. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not gonna get super emotional. Thank you. Maria, the episode with the writer. Yes.
From Spain. Yes. Lori. Yeah, that was a good one too.
Yes. Yeah. Lori is awesome. I got to meet Lori in person finally last year.
Yeah.
When she came. When she came for the book. Yeah.
And she, just listening to her inspires. Like, I'm always like, I want to write something. And every time I see something with her or hear something with her, I'm like, she does make you feel like you can do it.
Oh,
like, you can be an amazing writer. So,
yeah, because Kathy Hampton, who's on YouTube as well, who lives in Porto, was doing the workshop with her. And so I saw Kathy's supposed to be on Unapologetically at 50. I think it might have aired yesterday. I saw it in my feed and I was like, oh, I got to watch it. So if you guys get a chance, check that out.
Yeah.
Check out the channel and show them some love.
Amazing.
Let's see, where did I? Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, I have to figure out. I mean, I'm hoping I wear this dress tomorrow.
You wearing that dress. We had to go through all that with the luggage. She'll be in the dress. I'm going to take a picture, some video. You're wearing that dress.
Yeah. And not the shoes. Oh, yes. Courtney, Black Expat Stories. Yes. Yeah. That was this season. That was the last episode, actually, that I released with a guest. Courtney's been on the channel. She has a wonderful platform. If you guys get a chance to listen, she has a YouTube channel as well as a podcast. And I've been a guest on Black Expat Stories as well. So it was really great to, have Courtney talk about her journey to Playa del Carmen, Mexico. Yes. And we can't invite the parents or the siblings, in my case, to a Blaxit Global After Dark. Shirley was another one this season. Money Coach Malika was last season. Oh, you guys
Tiffany
are good.
Smith,
Yes. I know. Yes, she's been doing her thing in Saudi Arabia. Yes. Oh, wow. All great ones. Yeah. Yeah, we've got guests all over the world. And I'm loosely planning season 8. Like loosely. I have some new stories, some interesting angles, things that, I always look for interesting angles with the guests. They always have a inspiring story to tell. But
I said Shar. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Nicole, yep.
Shar.
Those are all good ones.
Shar's episode was the reason I moved to Portugal. Right? I was the interviewer. And I was like, I feel like I need to. And we were talking about Shar.
She drops gems. She can see, like, she has such good energy.
She
can see if something's wrong. And she's the way she just consoles you. It's very warm.
Oh, hey, Sandy. Hey, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Yeah, Shar, Stephanie, yes, of course. Maureen, yes, who's in the comments. Yes, Michael, Rory, Nicole. Yes, Nicole's on this season. Basically all of them. That's when I met Victor in person, was 2022. And we were at our Black Utopia meetup, and we're talking, and he comes up to me, and he's telling me like episodes, and I was like, "Oh, you a fan because you telling me my story." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool, all right, cool." That's amazing. Yeah, it's been 3 years. 3 years.
I met him at a meetup too.
Oh, okay.
And then it was a beer. Melvin had a beer hunter, and I was looking at the pictures, and I was like, "Is that actually VJ?" He was like, "He lives here.
He lives here now. He's a Blaxit Global Passport member who's here now.
Congratulations."
Some of our members are here, in the chat that have moved. I'm going to let them reveal whether or not they live, because I know some people like anonymity, so I'm going to keep it. But hey, there's some of y'all that's moved that's in the chat. Or planning to move this year. Yes. Y'all's little flock. Aw, thank you. Yay. Oh yeah, that episode when you, yep. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you. And then let me know. Oh yes. That was from this. Wait, France. Was that
countryside?
Or
with the mom. Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought it was Italy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
One. Yeah, I was thinking it was the lady in Italy. Her name is escaping me, but
yes. I was thinking when she said France, Marcia was season 1 or 2. Marcia was in Paris, and then we did the episode. Yes, in another episode in France. Yes, from last season, we did another episode in France. I was like, it's been 2 episodes in France. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I know now there's been like almost 80. Sometimes I'm like, ooh, what season was it?
Some of them stick out. And,
some of them stick out.
A lot of them stick out. Now we're rattling.
Now I'm like, ooh, wait.
Like, man, we're like, Blaxit Global was old. Like,
right? Or people have moved since they've been on the show. And so that's why I'm like, oh, sometimes I have to think like, oh, some people have moved. Yeah. Some people have moved back stateside since the show.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah.
That's right.
Thank you, Comfort. Hey, Comfort. Thank you. Y'all inspire me. It's mutual.
She said, don't cry.
I'm trying not to. I was like, this was a good idea, wasn't it? I was like, oh yeah, it'll be nice kicking. I was like, not expecting the emotion behind it. So I'm like, oh wait. Oh, thank you, Meg. Yeah. Oh wow. Yes. Not now doesn't mean never. Yes.
That was a good one. That was just a what?
Weeks ago. On the YouTube channel. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, hey, Renee. Hey, Cheryl. Cheryl's in the house, another channel member. Hey. My voice. That's right, because it was before YouTube.
Oh,
yes. Yeah. So when I started Blaxit Global, not the reason why I started Blaxit Global, but one of the reasons why I started Blaxit Global, the podcast, was because I was deathly afraid of YouTube. I was like, oh no, I am comfortable being a behind the scenes type of gal. So I was like,
where I thought I was going to be today.
Oh, yeah.
Checking your lighting and everything.
And you did a good job.
Yeah, I can understand why you would be comfortable behind the
like
scenes.
To be behind the scenes. So I was like, oh, this way nobody will know. But I guess my voice is distinct, especially if you listen to it
somewhere. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. He recognized. So it was funny for the first like couple years before I did YouTube, people would recognize my voice, and I was like, "What?" Or my laugh,
right?
You know,
yeah.
And I did not want to. So this is a little fun facts too. My brother's gonna laugh if he's still here when I say fun fact. Inside joke. Was I did not want to put myself on the cover. I didn't. And I was like, oh, I wanted to do the logo. And they were like, no, girl. I was like, what? My friend who had a podcast and was teaching podcasting, and I did her program. So from the time I came up with the idea of Blaxit Global to the time we went live for our first episode, it was 3 weeks. I didn't want to overthink it. I didn't want like the small voice to become the loud voice and say, oh, don't do it. No one likes to hear the sound of their own voice. I'm not an interviewer, like all the things, all the negative things. So then I was like submitting my assignment, and she was like, what's up with this cover? I was like,
where
I don't see a problem with it.
Right.
Don't nobody need to know it's me. Girl, put yourself on the cover.
No, right. You were already feeling froggy. She's like, jump, Krishan, jump.
So I was like, well, let me put
a good idea.
The photo of myself that when I die, my kids better use that photo too. So I was like, me in Greece in that yellow dress, the yellow flying dress. I had never done anything like that before. I was like, I was going to Greece, and then I was like, I'm gonna do a flying dress photo shoot. I have never spent that much money on a photo shoot. Too. Yeah.
Fly.
It did.
It fits.
And if you ever do a flying dress photo shoot in Santorini, baby, the pictures look amazing. Everybody who does these pictures, they look amazing. But when I'm telling you, you put your life in your hands, that's the stuff they don't tell you. I'm like, if you look, I don't know if it's that picture. No, it's not that picture. It's another picture, because there was a bunch of them. We went these setups. There's one picture in particular. I'm on the roof of this like dome church. And if you zoom into my hands, it's like clawed because gale force winds in Santorini, and you're throwing this dress which has to catch wind in order to get the shot. So in my head, I'm like,
so you gotta use your abs.
Exact, and you can see the muscles in my legs. They're like, oh, the calves are popping. The calves are popping because I didn't want to die. Okay, I was like,
see, I need that on the ground and them to Photoshop me on the roof.
It was like
put me up there.
Right. The pictures I showed you of me on the Bali swing.
Right.
Same thing. I was like, Bali swing. It looks the pictures of me on the Bali swing. Beautiful. When I tell you those men were like, baby, relax. I was like, I'm gonna die.
Right, trying to get a picture.
Just know. Anything with a flying, you gonna be flying if you do it wrong. I'm telling you. I was like, yo, this ain't the stuff that people tell you about. Or you getting dressed in the back of somebody's car because there's no changing rooms, and everything you're doing, you're trespassing.
Yeah.
So you're trespassing on these private properties in order to get these shots, because photographers know, and they do it real quick. They'll be on hotel property, all kinds of stuff. You got to be ready. You got to be doing stuff. They'll put up a sheet. You in the street. They don't
have permission.
Yeah, they don't have permission. You in the street, and things are flying. They tying you up. You're like, whoa. I'm like, and I was sweating. It was like 80 degrees.
Oh, wow. That dress is a lot. It looks stunning in the pictures, though. But
just know, anytime you see a flying dress, especially in certain parts of the world, it's work. The one shot I remember, I'll never forget this. We were trying to throw the dress, and we were on this hotel property. And he's like, oh, turn your face. And I turn my face, and I look, and there's this man naked on his balcony. I was like, oh, and trying not to have that expression on the photos.
Right. I'm not surprised.
Every picture tells a story.
Yes, and great memories.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you, Tanya. Oh, yes, she did talk about the expat app. Yes. My brother, yes, when Damone was here. And I had this inside joke about fun fact. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Oh, I'm just silly. Thank you. You guys, look, I can go to almost any country in the world, and y'all are out here. And when you are, like when I was in Vietnam, I saw Grace, who was on season 5. I think Grace was on season 5. Yeah, because it would have been 2 years ago. And she moved to Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. And so when I was in Vietnam in February, I made it a point I was going already to Hoi An, but I was like, oh, let me do a couple days. And so I could meet Grace in person. So she went through Blaxit Global Passport. She did coaching with me, decided to move to Vietnam. So we spent a day together. I posted the picture. And I just love going around the world. I'm like, if there's a member out there.
She wasn't like,
yeah,
you know, my schedule is.
No, she was like, you come in. I was
that's
like,
a testament. That's a testament to your brand, to what people take from you. They probably wish, like, oh, I wish I could meet her one day. And then you're in the city and you reach out. So, yeah.
And I stayed in contact with most of the guests that have been on the show. And we've had Juanita Ingram, who became Mrs. Universe. And see, we're in 2025 now. I think her season was 2022, 2023, Mrs. Universe. And so, yeah, it's like we've had some really great guests. We had Paul Carrick Brunson, who used to work for Oprah, and he is living with his family in London. And he does those love shows. He's like modern day, that movie Fitch. He's like a matchmaker.
Okay.
So he does those like love shows.
With the roses?
Yeah, similar. Okay. But it only airs in the UK.
UK.
Yeah. But he has built his brand. He and his family are thriving and doing really well. It's amazing. Yeah, I know. I've been thinking about it. I'm thinking it might have been Italy. Yeah, in Firenze this year, but I refresh my memory. It might have been. Yoga bliss dance. I'll never see those pictures the same way. I'm telling you, look, I share the things I wish I had known. right.
Give you a hands up.
It's like when I went to Costa Rica and I was like, oh, no, Costa Rica. I was like, I shared the things that I was like, wait, I've had guests on the podcast that live there. And also, I was like, ain't nobody mentioned this. So when something happens, I'm like, no, I'm going to tell y'all.
Just one person's perspective.
Yes, exactly. Find out for yourself. Yourself. I was like, I got to Costa Rica. I was like, I can't flush things. I mean, I've since been in other parts of the world where you can't flush things, but it was my first time experiencing that.
Yeah. And you did go all in. You were going to rough it. Like, let me see, what it's like living here.
Costa Rica.
You was going to rough it. So
it was rough.
You needed some of them amenities.
I think I would go back at some point if I were staying at a resort. But for me to live, which was the purpose of it, it was to mimic, because when I approached scouting trips, it was like, oh, can I do my routine in the country? Where are the points of friction? Where there's ease? And the things that I didn't think that were important, that I learned about myself that were important. Case in point, and we were talking about it a little bit earlier, was food diversity. I love the fact that in Lisbon, or in Portugal in general, I can get Italian, I can get Portuguese, I can get Mozambican food. I can get Angolan food. Like I can get Chinese food. Like any cuisine.
Yeah, you can find your favorite place for that.
Vegan. I love, I like tofu. Like we did plant-based today, and so I love that. And I quickly realized that when I was in Costa Rica, I was like, wait, I can't be eating plantains, rice, and beans every morning. I need something else, and then same in Italy. When I was in Italy, after a while, I was like, okay, how many cannolis or, pasta or pizzas can I eat? I was like, and I realized food diversity is very important to me. So sometimes, and that's why I like to encourage people not to go to a country sight unseen, because those are the things that you're going to miss out on. Or one thing that I probably should have paid attention to is, hey, can I find shoes for my big old feet in this country? Which wasn't on my list. But you start to people start to think about the basics, which are important, right? Is it safe? Absolutely. Is it affordable? All those things. But beyond that, once you move somewhere, there are going to be other things that are important. What are the quality of the hospitals? What are the trauma centers? If you have any specialized illnesses, can you get, people that can provide the quality of care that you need to do any, disease maintenance? How do people, what I appreciate about Portugal is that, especially now as I'm getting older, the older population isn't invisible.
Right. Absolutely. You see them every day, all day. You see them with grandkids and family members and just with each other, working their way to the bakeries in the morning and doing their shopping before it gets too hot and all of that. So just regularly. But another point that you probably were going to get to this anyway is I do think, because it's a sacrifice, sometimes we're all sacrificing something when we move abroad. Sometimes we forget, and that might just be, systematic, depending on the place that we're coming from, the country that we're coming from, that it's okay to address your wants. There are things that you want, things that you're used to, and that could be something simple like air conditioning, or it could be a modern apartment, or it could just be like location, like maybe you want to be proximity to, the airport or trains or different things. And I think not often, that's too extreme, but sometimes you want to make this happen and you're sacrificing everything. And I don't think you have to give up the dream. Like you have to chisel away at the total dream, like to move abroad. You can't have any of the things you enjoy. About, any of the things that you enjoy. For example, with me coming from the United States, that maybe I didn't get a lot of time to appreciate because I was working. So, you can still have some of those things, and you should. Like you should get a comfortable apartment. If you cook, I'm someone who cooks. I can find a place and be like, oh, well, it's okay if it's a dorm refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't need that much.
Yeah, I don't need that much. And I get it. Like, it's great that you're willing to say, okay, let me sacrifice to get to my goals and get to my dreams, and you don't want to overconsume. That's all great. But if you need a regular size refrigerator, you need a regular size refrigerator. If you want gas, I love gas top. I didn't even consider it when when friends were checking on me after the blackout, and then they were mentioning like, oh, that they weren't able to cook and they had went to a nearby restaurant. And it's like, I didn't even think of the things when we were cooking our dinner because I like gas. And I was like, oh, so I want to get a gas top, stovetop. So it's nothing wrong with that because that will discolor being just extremely uncomfortable, whether you even like the place.
True.
Like you don't like the place because you have all of it. You don't have a stove. You didn't have like all these different things. It's like, I got to buy this. I got this. And I'm like, if you like a dryer, like dryers are convenient. But in all honesty, I was hanging clothes in the inside of my house before I moved. out of the States.
And some of us learned that other people don't have dryers.
Yeah.
Or irons.
So, yeah, we're going to talk about the people pranking people, which is not cool.
Sorry, you were saying something serious.
No. So that's just something to keep in mind. I know we're always saying, just be realistic and make sure you're not holding yourself back. And just, if you have a long runway, like Krishan was saying a couple of weeks ago, definitely it doesn't mean that your dream delayed is like never going to happen, because there are seasons. Sometimes you just can't for whatever reason. It has nothing to do with finance. There's other reasons that can keep you from being able to move. But when you do decide, and when you are thinking about it just at this particular time, while you have the time, really consider the things that you want, and kind of, it's almost like when you have a wedding or whatever, you're like, okay, this is my budget, but you start with the dream, and then you you chisel it back so that it's within your budget. So I would say that for your move abroad, your location, your place, maybe whatever country it is, it's like way expensive, so you narrow it down to other countries. You still don't think you're going to go from, I don't know, 2,900 square feet and say like, oh yeah, 32 square meters. That's cool. Like it's probably not going to be cool, and you're not going to be comfortable, and that's going to make you unhappy unnecessarily. So
because you don't know the you that's waiting on the other side. Right. So many of us have been in survival mode because that's what the States fosters. And, what is the you that is expansive? What is the you that, like I was like, oh, when I went to Bali in 2022, that's when I was like, oh, yachts. I was like, oh, and ever since then, right? But I didn't see that for myself. It was only when I went to Bali and I got to meet Deirdre, who was the very first. Like said, I'll get on a plane. So I had Deirdre on the podcast, my first guest in 2020. And then I went to see her in 2022. And then we went on a yacht, and I was like, oh, that's what I want for my 50th. And that's when the seed was planted. But it wasn't like, oh, when I move abroad, when I was in 2017, I wasn't thinking about no yachts. Right? I wasn't thinking about birth, like all of those things. But it was the me that was waiting on the other side. And I'm still adding things and even, taking things away. But it's a process. It's an evolution. And you're absolutely right. I think, myself, it's been about expansion and where recognizing where I've played small and leaning into that. Sometimes we dim our own light because we don't want others to be, bothered by the shine. And it's like, they could put on sunglasses.
Absolutely. That's a great way to put it.
Oh, so it might be Adalia's channel. Oh, okay, good. I'm glad y'all found the episode. I was thinking, it was like either Adalia or Christine, who does Flourish in the Foreign podcast. Both Adalia and Christine have been guests on the Blaxit Global podcast. Okay, good. Jules, yes, and Jules is having a baby.
Yes. And did I see her like on House Hunters or something? And then I saw her in your show.
She did a CNBC special.
CNBC, okay, yes. And I know I saw her somewhere.
Yeah.
And so, congratulations.
She did.
She's having a baby.
A few months ago, she did CNBC. Thea also did one who's in Milan. Okay. That was just out recently. She did a $42,000 renovation that the government paid for most of it. The Italian government.
Oh, then subsidized. I might be willing to buy something if governments are paying.
Find that episode, CNBC Money. I've shared it in Blaxit Global Passport. Wow. Yes, Thea was a guest on the
Blaxit Global podcast. And I guess it depends on locations and stuff too.
And she's in Milan. She's in Milan.
Well established.
I was like,
and
what?
A highly sought out place. Sought after.
The government paid for most of that renovation, y'all.
That's wonderful.
Amazing. And it's beautiful. Beautiful. And so I saw Jules did the big reveal maybe like a week or two ago. And I'm so happy for her. And when she was on the show, she had just gotten her Icelandic citizenship. because she's been in Iceland 10 years, but she was able to get, I think she was able to get her citizenship because at the time she was married to an Icelandic man. Okay. And so I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, that's so amazing. Her little baby gonna be Icelandic citizen. I was like,
living in a stunning country.
Yeah, from New York to Iceland. And she speaks the language. If you guys follow Jules, all things Iceland. She has a YouTube channel as well as she's very active on Instagram. Lovely person. If you get a chance to go to Iceland, look her up. She's fabulous. I actually want to go back because at the time when I went to Iceland in 2019, I didn't know Jules. So I'm like, oh, I want to go to Iceland. Plus, some people who were just recently in Iceland who are in a...
Did you see a waterfall? It was like 12 of them.
Yeah. Or the picture of midnight in Iceland, and it was like daylight. Because this, fun fact, 23 to 24 hours of daylight this time of year in Iceland. Crazy. I was like, I have to go back because I want to experience
it's just
that.
Unreal. It's
oh beautiful. My gosh. It's a beautiful country. It really is. And the water, the best water you'll ever drink in your life is Iceland. I'm like, I was at the airport at the waterfall. I was like, I was like, yo, this thing is crazy. And then at the Newark airport, they sold it. And so whenever I would fly out of Newark, I was like, oh, I gotta get the water. I was like, oh my gosh, it was amazing. And it's from New York or Newark to Iceland's only 5 hours.
No, that's not bad.
Yeah, it was close. I flew Emirates. It was wonderful. Yeah, thank you. Hey. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, Deborah. Oh, that's sweet. Location. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Thea is in Italy. She's in Milan, fashion capital of the world. She's been in Italy 20 years.
Oh, wow. Well, look, time flies. It really does. We were talking about that at the beginning.
All right. What did we not cover? Again, shameless plug. 1, listen to the Blaxit Global podcast. Leave a review and a rating. Of course, subscribe to this channel. And buy a ticket to the Yacht party because Blaxit Global, as of this month, it's officially 5 years old. And so we are going to be celebrating InStyle October 23rd on the Yacht. So if you haven't seen the video, I dropped it today, finally. The Yacht party from last year when I turned 50, the Howards produced. So I give them all the credit, all the flowers, right? So go check that video out. I dropped it today. I released it a few hours ago. So you can see all the fun that we had. Like I said, I'm already telling you now, we're going to be doing some boots on the ground. We're going to be doing some line dancing. We're going to have some guests, some previous guests on the podcast will be there. Some of your faves. So it's going to be a blast. So if you are looking for something to do, the weather in Portugal is really nice around that time. We're going to have an amazing time. And for those of you who are lucky enough to be on the Blaxit Global email list and open your emails, because I send emails every week, y'all, and we're fast action, you also have a ticket to the Exodus Summit meetup. Thank you, Karen Louise. Hey, you made it. I'm in Croatia, Nichelle. I'm in Croatia. Yes. Oh, she's headed to Jersey. My old stomping ground. Let's see. I know. I did talk about something earlier, and I said I was going to talk about it, so I need to talk about it. So some of you have sent me messages talking about the changes in Portugal. Oh. Yeah, so we'll probably close on that one. Yeah, so there's been some new news. There's 2 things. Yeah, 2 things. Let me say the first one, then I'll say the second one. The Blaxit Global website is blaxitglobal.com, and Blaxit Global has a blog. And that blog was named one of the top 15 blogs for Black expats by FeedSpot. And I wrote an article last week about getting citizenship in Portugal and some of the changes that may be afoot. And then lo and behold, a couple of days later, the lovely government put forth, did not know this when I wrote it. I think I published it Sunday, and then everything hit the fan Tuesday.
Oh, wow.
And so the government has introduced some legislation. There's been some miscommunication, I think, in how it's been delivered or interpreted is probably the better word. Mm-hmm. Where people are like, oh, the Portuguese government have changed the rules and now you got to do this and that. So let's clear a couple things up just for clarity. And also let me make some parallels because I think it might be easier to understand that way. So Portugal, like many countries in the world, even Croatia, has absolutely experienced a lot of boom since the pandemic, right? People couldn't travel as much. Some of what we're seeing in other countries that are pushing back either from immigration or tourism is related to pent-up demand. And then also people have been interested in going to other countries like Portugal. Portugal is a beautiful country. It's an affordable country. It had an easier pathway through the D7, and then the pathway to citizenship was 5 years, which was, I think, the only EU country where everyone else was at 10. Because as I mentioned earlier, Thea's been in Italy for 20 years. Victoria, who was also in Italy, has been there 10 years. We just talked about Jules, who's in Iceland, which Iceland is also part of Europe. She got a citizenship 10 years. Everyone else was 10. Portugal was 5. It is also part of the European Union. When I moved to Portugal 2 years ago, we only had 27 member countries. We're now at 29 member countries. So we added 2 countries. So the EU, the European Union, was putting some pressure on Portugal, like, hey, you need to get in line with everybody else.
Especially because over tourism.
A lot of over tourism. And it was also this year, Italy changed its requirements for citizenship. And they said, hey, the citizenship by descent, meaning one of your relatives is Italian, that's not even going to be a sure thing anymore, right? So countries, especially in the European Union, are like, wait a minute, we can't be this gateway where people can upgrade to a passport because European passports tend to be very strong, meaning you have the ability to go visa-free travel to many countries. So people are getting the benefits of a stronger passport, but not voting in elections, not paying taxes, not being part of the culture. So Italy was the first to make that change. And I mentioned here, when one does something, the other one's going to follow. Mm-hmm. And so it's not surprising that Portugal has made this change, potentially. The reason why I say potentially is think about it because I used to be in politics. Think about it in terms of what you learned. What was it, Schoolhouse Rock when we were little, right? Right. I am a bill and I'm only a bill. Since I'm a Capitol Hill. So the government introduced a piece of legislation. They've been talking about ideas about like, hey, we're going to make it go from 5 to 10. We may shorten it from people who come from countries that speak Portuguese, right? But this is where our heads are at. But it was always like rumors. Well, now they put their plan onto paper, introduced that in what we would think of committee. And then the committee reviewed it, and it like, let's just think it came out of committee, meaning that ministry body looked at it and said, okay, it's got all it needs here. Let's take it to the floor, take it to Parliament. This is the stage we're at. It's not yet a done deal. It's just been put in. These are the ideas. The ideas are for people who are from America, the pathway would shift from 5 to 10. What we don't know is, does permanent residency also change? Does that move from 5 to 10? We don't know. Right?
There are a lot of more questions than answers.
Correct. They've also changed it for work permits. You used to be able to come, or you still can, but it's under possible changes. One of the possible changes is you used to be able, or you can come into the country for 4 to 5 months to look for a job. They're now removing that. The proposition is, hey, we're going to get that visa out and only have highly qualified people are the ones who can get a work visa. Why? Because if a foreigner comes in and takes a job that's not available to a Portuguese person. And they're seeing a lot of outflow from the young people who can't afford housing, who don't have the same job prospects because those jobs are being taken by other people. And so they're trying to continue to preserve their culture. They can't have all the young people like, oh, well, I've done my education. I'm going to America. I'm going to New Zealand. I'm going to these other countries. And so they're like, okay, we're going to close that loophole potentially. One of the other changes is potential changes is with respect to family reunification. They're playing around with making some changes there, as well as naturalization. So if you have a baby in Portugal, that baby is born, becomes a Portuguese citizen. The proposition that is up for discussion now is if you're a foreigner and you give birth, the parents, if they're non-Portuguese, need to live in Portugal, I think 2 to 3 years. Yeah. 3 years. Mm-hmm. And then they have to apply if they want that baby.
It can't be one parent, whereas now it's one parent. It has Correct. To be both.
Both, yeah. So those are some of the changes that, again, these are ideas that are now out there for discussion. And in the next week or so, they will vote for it. But a measure similar to this has been introduced in the past and has not been successful. But again, about a month ago, Portugal had elections, and there's been some shifts. So it has a chance of passing. Yeah. But again, we don't know what the final outcome is. It is not a done deal. I know there's other people that are on the tube and they're saying different things. And I know it gets attention, it gets clicks, it gets views. I'm going to tell you what it is, right? Without the fluff.
Right. And consider what it means for you.
Yeah.
Because there's changes all the time. I think countries are just trying to be creative and innovative. I know Portugal would really like to, add industry outside of just tourism, so with that, you're going to see some changes. Because like you said, a lot of the workforce, a lot of the young people, they get educated, but if they can't afford to live here, or they can, but, the salaries, they can't be fairly compensated. It's a deterrent. So it's like, okay, then we're going to look at the population as a whole. And that includes, immigrants. And there's always different visas. And I'm sure it's not new to anybody who's watching. Visas come and go. The different type of visas, restrictions, or, nuances within tax codes and all that stuff across countries change all the time. Like what was people 10 years ago that moved to Portugal have a totally different, they're under totally different rules and criteria than people who just moved there this year. So I don't think that's different from any other country.
Exactly. Yeah. You don't have to get alarmed. These countries, look, America does it, right? They just
we just understand it a little bit better because we understand the government structure. We understand, when something is just working its way through Congress. But everybody does it.
Yeah. And I feel like I have more empathy and understanding for immigrants in America and immigrants as a whole. Because I am an immigrant in Portugal.
Me as well. Yeah.
Right. And so that's when you're like, hey, without citizenship, you are more or less, at the beck and call of the powers to be. You don't have those full rights, and you also have to earn them. And that was one of the other things that they were proposing is that they increased the language requirements for people who would be naturalized. And so I have A1, A2 certification. They're considering raising it to B2.
I got 20 words, y'all. 20 words, 30 words top. They talking about me. So that's why I don't, they're like, look, I get it, and all my little greetings and stuff that I try to throw out there. When you're talking about citizenship, that is not enough. You gotta learn that language, gotta, culture. Even if it's not like someone like me who I kind of struggle with learning new languages, but Rashawn's showing out, getting certificates, as there's a lot of amazing people in our community, becoming, maybe not fluent or considering themselves fluent, but they sound fluent to me. So that is one of the criterias, and it's fair. Like we have to definitely consider that nothing's being done to us. They're trying to do what's best for the population and
as they should
for the country. Yes.
Yeah, because if you want to be a citizen of that country, you would want your government to protect you. Right. And I know as Black Americans, we are not used to our government protecting us.
Absolutely.
We're used to our government exploiting us, right? Abusing us in a lot of forms and fashion. And so I can understand how people can be up in arms about it and have a lot of questions, especially since there's a whole ocean between.
Anxiety. It's like you feel like you've escaped. You've gotten out of the matrix, and it's like, whoa, I came here. I just kind of got my bearings. So I want to, you're just a little bit like, what does this mean for me? And it just, we don't know what it means for you, but I'd say, just relax and keep doing what you're doing. You live here now,
And then for those of you who are on the journey, stay in community, right? Stay in communities like Blaxit Global Passport, stay in communities, plug in, continue to listen to episodes because, you're trying to, continue your life or put the pin in your life to start a new life somewhere. You will get to go faster if you're in community. That's just absolutely it, right? And for some of us, the absence of community, we might be in a country in the United States with your relatives and your friends, but you may not feel that connectedness to community. And so you might think that, oh, well, I'm good. I could just do this by myself when I'm abroad. Now, I can tell you, you can, but it might be longer and harder for you than if you plug into community. And hey, we have another guest that was in the chat. Hey, Julie. Yes, Julie left New Jersey and moved to Italy with her husband and son during the pandemic, y'all. And she was in, Julie, you were season 2? I think you were season 2. You were season 2. Yeah, yes. And she's still in Italy. And we hung out in 2023 when I had just moved there. Okay. I think Julie was the first person in my apartment because I had one piece of furniture. She flew in on a layover. And I was like, I'd let you spend a night, but like I'm laying on the one piece of furniture that I have. Me and Bailey.
Hey, I've been there. Yeah,
so
that's it.
And then Char came out and then we all hung out and it was a great time. And then I got to spend time with Julie in 2023 when I was in Italy. And we hung out. But yeah, I remember that. I was just like, oh, I literally had the one little white sofa. That was it.
Yeah, that's not even big enough to share. See, Jess gets it.
Yeah. That's right. Hey, our Black Utopia is in the house. Hey. Thank you. Yes, it's my birthday tomorrow. Yeah, some of them have shorter pathways. Like it's either if you have like a golden visa, obviously is its own different pathway. There are other visa schemes that are out there. Obviously, marriage in most cases in different countries can, shorten that window. So more than likely.
And France, I'm not sure if it's 5 years. I have a close friend that moved there, and I know she got her visa approved for a year upon landing that first year, but they are very strict with the language. So, her French is getting, it's just amazing to me, and she's still working at it. But even somewhere with 5 years, like the French are not trying to speak English. They are serious about that.
They are, yes.
And I think they know English, but it's just out of respect for their culture and their country. They want you to assimilate and be able to communicate in the native language.
Yeah. And actually in Spain you can't be a dual citizen in Spain. So if you go through the path to citizenship in Spain, your expectation is to renounce your U.S. citizenship, because obviously most of the audience is U.S. And so, again, you have to understand that different cultures have, in different countries have different rules. And so it's not just, most of the EU is 10. It's like, okay, well, Portugal allows you to have dual citizenship. Spain does not. And also, too, some people, which I found this recently, some people don't pursue citizenship even if they're eligible because of their financial situation, that it may open them up to taxation that they wouldn't have if they stayed a resident. So these are some of the considerations that you have to keep in mind, because everybody's situation is different. Hey, Meriton. Hey, tuning in from Jersey. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Hey, thank you, Glass Half Full. Hey, Mary. Yeah. Oh,
Happy
yeah.
birthday.
Thank you. Thank you, birthday twin. Hey, yeah. And that's what I mean. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh my God. You're not going to see me with a thumbnail. Or like, oh my God, Portugal's changing the thing. I mean, no disrespect to the ones that are on YouTube doing that, but it's to get you to watch it. Basically.
It did seem like the proposals went through, in all honesty. It seems like this was proposed. Mm-hmm. There's other steps involved, but either way, you chose to live here. You have to work through whatever the rules are.
Yeah. No harm, no foul. Hey, Angie, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes. I know.
And season 1. It's already your birthday.
It is.
12 a.m. Is it?
Oh yeah, it's past 12.
Yes. Happy birthday. One time for the birthday chick. 2 times for the birthday chick. 3 times for the birthday chick.
51, son. 51, son. That's right. I didn't even pay attention.
I didn't notice until I started. I glanced at the comments and I saw the time.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh!
You're official.
I'm official.
You're so much older than me.
I know, a whole 6 months.
Right.
Jametta said, I was debating whether I wanted to pursue it because as a citizen, I would have to pay taxes. Yeah, exactly. These are things that you have to consider, which I've gone on a few of the videos where I said sometimes people either, discount their journey and they'll say, oh, I hear there's double taxation or, different things. And it's like, all money isn't equal. So you don't have to focus on the total amount. What you need to be focusing on are the sources. Some sources of income are disregarded. Some sources of income are taxed at different rates. And so these are some of the things that you benefit from when you're in community. Instead of trying to, stitch together something that you saw on, one person's channel and the article you read here and a this and a that, or, in a Facebook group here. It's like, sometimes you gotta put the money down, right? You gotta, buy a ticket to a summit or set up time for coaching or get in the community so that you can, filter through the noise, right? That's my job, is to filter and then give the facts, or the facts as I see it, right, to the people that I'm helping. So these are some of the things that I want you guys to keep in mind. Season 1. Julie said it was season 1. I was like, wow. I knew it was an early one. I was like, I'm up to 7. I'm like, but yeah, I remember because I was like, hey girl, hey. And she was like, I'm about to leave New Jersey and get on a plane and move my family to Italy. And yeah, been there ever since. Yeah, that's all you heard. Hey, look who's in the chat. Stephanie, who's also been a podcast guest and who, like I said, is going to be here October 24th. We're doing the Exodus Summit, Blaxit Global Meetup. Yep. So look, for those of you who have tickets to both events, you can party on the yacht. And then, boom, eat, because the Exodus Summit meetup is a dinner. The yacht, remember I said, wine,
delicious, amazing,
yacht, light bites, dancing. So, right, we gonna party. But yes, Stephanie, thank you, and a fellow Cancerian.
She's a Cancer too.
Yes, Stephanie's birthday. Yes, Stephanie's birthday is around the corner because we were talking when we were together. In Vietnam, because it was like, yeah, one year we should celebrate our birthdays together somewhere. because our birthdays are like days
That'll
apart.
be easy.
Yeah.
Since you're both always
traveling.
Yeah.
I know, we just have to get somewhere at the same time.
Schedules, right.
Because Stephanie's in Colombia and
Yeah.
then, I'm here. So I'm like, one of these days we're going to be in the same country and we're going to celebrate our birthdays together.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Made
Oh,
it.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Unless your spouse is Dutch.
Okay. All right. Thank you, LaRonda. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. That's what it's like. Oh. Yes. Dancing. Dancing. LaRonda said, the financial issue is real for me. For Portugal, my government retirement pension won't be taxed unless I become a Portuguese citizen. Yeah. So sometimes people assume like, oh, if you go in there or that you want it, sometimes it's not in your best interest to do that. Absolutely. And so you really have to talk to, and I always advise, I am not a tax professional.
Yeah, tax professional.
Pay the money.
On both sides.
Both sides. I paid the money as part of my journey before I left the US. Before I was like, oh, okay, I know I want to move to Portugal, but let me talk to a tax professional. And I went through my sources of income as I knew it, not just how much money I had in total, but where it came from or anticipated revenue, right? So I think that's really important to keep in mind. Nichelle, I understand the tax concerns, but my primary concern is the long run, getting a second passport sooner. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that's not a primary concern. I mean, look, I thought, and again, it still hasn't changed, but I was like, ooh, I'm almost halfway to 5.
Yeah.
And now they're like, girl, that might be 10. I'm like, you don't understand, right? But again, just as like,
you cross that bridge when you get to it. Like you said, permanent residency may still be available. There's options. Just, just think positive. Yeah. There's options.
Yeah. We have these things that we want. Absolutely. I know, right? I know, party. That's right. It's cancer season.
Yes, it is.
Big energy. Yes. I know, right? Isn't it amazing? Stephanie is incredible. Awesome energy. Awesome person.
That was great. That's gonna be great.
Yes. Oh, and we had a time in Vietnam. It was 80. It was about 80 people, 80 women. It was so much fun. Riding bikes. We had these, great excursions, just the sisterhood, all of that. It was so much fun. I met so many wonderful women. Yeah. Cool. All right. I think I did everything. And seeing how it's my birthday today, I gotta go to sleep.
Yes, you have a massage in the morning.
Oh, that's right. Massage in the morning. And then dinner in the evening. Yes. At the marina with the yachts. Michelin dinner. I think I'm gonna get the lobster.
I think you're gonna get it too.
Blue lobster. Blue lobster. Mediterranean blue lobster. I was like, well, I mean, if I must. So yes, Vietnam was a vibe. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. But yeah, thank you all. Fun. Thank you all for rocking with us. Yes, I'm going to enjoy the rest of our time here in Croatia. Yes. It's definitely a country I'm coming back to.
Me as well.
Beautiful. Highly recommend. So, like I said, thank you for all the birthday well wishes. Thank you for sharing what Blaxit Global has meant to you, what episodes of the podcast inspired you. Thank you for celebrating with me. Thank you for being my special guest.
Yes. My pleasure.
And I will see you next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. Ciao, ciao.